Sam Bowie on Ewing now. That's the normal matchup.
Good delivery by Oakley. Yes, and it counts. A foul on Bowie.
Very nice move by Patrick Ewing. Showing mobility.
Jackson for McDaniel.
So tough to make close passes. Finished 5th in the NBA in that department. Quite impressive.
Ewing with a beautiful move. It's the Knicks 11 and the Nets 6.
Patrick's playing like a forward against
early entrance. Keep bothered by the toe injury. Bowie. Coleman. And he lost it. Jackson leads the break. Ewing. Oh, it's all dropping for Patrick Ewing. That was not the shot that he had admired.
Tough shots. His airness. We've seen a lot of criticism lately. Now that they've won a championship, we're getting into some dirty laundry with Michael.
Here is Morris. And he cuts it to a three-point Knick lead. Well, a book has come out in 34-30.
It's amazing, Marv. He is now 4 out of 5 from three-point range.
Oh, Mason able to control and find Starks. Good run by the Knicks. The crowd reacts as Bill Fitch. 9. Ewing. Mason on the tip. Starks. And Blaylock able to get to it. So the Knicks lead is 1. Mills changed his mind and got it off. Anthony passing off the dribble for Wilkins, who just checked in.
Blaylock at 6'1", couldn't deal with Gerald. Anthony's been going up against Anthony for the last several minutes, against Anderson rather.
Wilkins with the step. He got the full penetration. I don't think he expected to get that far. To make room. Bushler, incidentally, has been picked up by the San Antonio Spurs. And Fitch was just upset about the whole system that led to the waving of Bushler and final. Nice play. Charles Oakley with his first field goal. The Knicks now lead it by 10.
Out very well against a team that has proven how strong they are on the offensive boards. But what the Knicks are doing positively is competing extremely well for that basketball.
Mills called for that foul. A second. Alley-oop. Starks finding Ewing. It is all working for the Knicks here in the third quarter. The Nets with a
jump shot. Usually got to be set before you take the long one.
Nothing personal, though, from the crowd point of view. Mason. And again, Ewing comes away hobbling. He's been favoring the leg throughout the second. Shot clock at 5. Jackson forced. And Anderson starts back.
He's dying to outdo Anderson.
Beautifully set up. Anderson from Morris. And the Nets now within 3 as we come up on 2-10. Ewing going at Bowie. They are now 0 for the last 11. Anderson with Starks back. Gives it up. And once again, the Knicks come up with a terrific defensive play. John Starks with the block.
And Anderson signaling to his fans that Blaylock got hit on.
However, rebounded by Coleman. Here's Anderson. Gets it over Ewing. He's cut it to 1 with 18 seconds remaining. Kenny Anderson with 15 points. Hand the ball to Derek Coleman. Knicks lead by 2. Anderson guarded by Anthony. Both clubs over the foul limit. One-on-one move by Anderson, and he's fouled. Kenny Anderson to the line with 2 and 7-10.
People can do who have great skills.
Kenny Anderson, 83% free throw shooter. Last year at 4-point play. No timeouts remaining. Coleman must get it in. but the foul is called with 0.3 of a second remaining. Gerald Wilkins commits the foul.
And lively hands.
There it is, and Ewing rebounds, and it's all over, and the Knicks escape with a victory. The Knicks very fortunate to come away with this one as they went 0 for the final minutes. Not able to hit on their last 11 field goal attempts.
And from the sold-out Kingdom, we are live as the Chicago Bulls take on the Seattle Supersonics. Along with the redhead, I am Tom Dwyer, and we got a big crowd here at the Kingdom. One-hander, and the shot is no good. Will Perdue comes down with another rebound. Bulls are running well so far. Pippen got it!
Beautiful play. Paxson took it to the middle, so they've drawn a foul all the way across the front line.
To back in. Now, fadeaway jump shot's not there. Bulls fight for the rebound. Michael had to come back and get it. Ahead it goes. Perdue running the floor for the slam.
Beautiful job. Everybody wanted to travel on Jordan, but Will makes the hoop, his second one of the night.
Nobody went for the fake either. Pippen drives, stops, puts it up, and Benjamin with the block.
Well, he beat his man on the side.
Doing the job on the Bulls in the backboards. Doubled Chicago. 10-5. Michael's got it down low. Goes left side. Pippen, three. Got it!
The buzzer!
At the buzzer, it's good.
Scottie Pippen, the big
Baseline ball is tipped away.
Somebody's open.
Shot clock at 3. At 2, it's tipped away. Here comes Pierce.
Somebody was open. They couldn't find the man. They threw it out to Pax. The passing lane was closed.
Baseline Barrows. Fakes the shot. And threw it right to Pippen. Scottie on the run. Lays it up and in.
That looked like it was going to be a foot race. Barrows pretty quick, but Scottie, I'll tell you.
Surprised they didn't foul him at half court. Nice bucket for John Paxson, his first. And the long down court pass for McKee, who slammed.
Well, they caught McKee breaking on out. He gets his second hoop of the game. Less than 2 minutes now.
The third period. Pierce against Michael. In the lane. Throws. Oh!
What a shot by Pierce.
He got up on the right side of the bed, I believe.
Boy, he had people all over him. That is
Pippen. Hansen. Livingston. BJ had it knocked away, and Dana Barros is going to take it length to the floor, and he laid it in.
Dana Barros.
5'11", Dana Barros with the basket. Livingston faces the basket. Shot clock's down to 9 now. Inside Pippen. Trying to drive, does now, puts it up, and Benjamin there with a block. Got to go strong in there. 18 still. Bulls now with 12. Cross court, Cage. Inside, Benjamin blocked away by Stacey King. A big block. Looks to find somebody. Shot clock to 7, 6. Scottie almost got the steal. Pierce hits again.
Pierce hits.
Man.
Scottie reached from the back, just couldn't get the ball. We got less than a minute. Off Mark Wunderlich wasn't there, and he's got it back.
Oh, great move, baseline.
Yeah! He looked like he was going for the reverse. He put it right in their face. MJ with 4.
Baseline. Peyton in all kinds of traffic. Benjamin got the roll. Count it, he's fouled.
Benjamin has made some of the toughest hoops of his life here.
Pippen been so good. Into Michael. Running one hand.
Oh, yes! Oh, man! Oh, that had ice on it when it came down.
Man, what a shot. Benjamin on top.
Take it, Benny.
Yeah. McKee drives. Benjamin. Got it.
Another three-point play by Benjamin.
Man.
Big time. Scottie Pippen on the foul. That's his 5th. Benjamin, I thought. Here we go. There it is. Game time.
Stacey got it, and the Bulls get the win. In overtime at the sold-out Kingdom in Seattle, the Chicago Bulls beat the Seattle Supersonics 112-109, 8 in a row for the Bulls, and they stop the 4 in a row.
Spotting up, he's at 51% plus. Gaddison comes back, looks for a cutter down through the lane. Johnson gets there a little late. There's the double team from Eaton. He finds Gaddison, and Gaddison beat Eaton to the basket. So we're even at 2. They haven't made a 2 in a Hound Dog's age, but Crowder sticks him from long range. Chapman! And a foul to boot on Corey Crowder.
I wonder if Rex is going to have one of those nights, Steve, you know, when he gets on all cylinders.
Mike Brown, double team. Blue Edwards at the top.
Nice pass.
Left it for Benoit.
That was what you call a semi-leaning jump.
As trail by 3 rather. Hornets turn it over. Blue Edwards.
Oh.
Foul is going to be assessed to Larry Johnson on the back. 1-on-1. And Rex won it. Here comes Gill in the front court. 2 seconds left. Rex from 3. Yeah!
Oh! Big shot.
What a way to go into the locker room. The Hornets lead as we end the first half. Bogues in the front court.
That's a situation you want to see Muggsy pop that little jump shot.
Malone ahead of the break. The basket will count, and Kendall Gill will be called for the foul.
I tell you, Karl Malone went from offense to defense, back to offense.
By 8, actually. 76-80, or 76-68. Chapman on the move.
Oh.
Flattened by Malone. Foul by Malone. Malone is pleading for a jump ball call. He'll not get it.
Rex is smart.
Trying to manhandle Corbin. Gets rid of it. 6 on the shot clock. Rudd with the rebound. 3-on-1 break.
Got to be careful now because the Jazz have...
Here's Johnson. His shot influenced. Here comes Stockton to Karl Malone. The Jazz retake the lead. And they have survived. 3 seconds left. Brown, one of the heroes of this game, holds it up, and the Jazz wins it.
Well, credit the Jazz. Nice execution down the stretch. Came up with the big rebounds. Got a new shot clock twice. That took a lot of time off, and the Hornets just hit the wall and went for the drought. You get 1 point and 6 trips down the floor.
113 to 107, the final. The Jazz now ups their record to 8-6. For the Hornets, they fall to 4-11. And they are now 0-8 on the road this young season. One thing they didn't want is a long road losing streak to start it out, but this West Coast trip.
Isolated and uses one-on-one skills. Both people are happy.
William Bedford, almost an air ball. Knicks on a 6-0 run, looking to make it 8. Wilkins with a great play, self-tip. Gotta love that. Here's some cheers as he takes his warm-up off at the scorer's table. Sally pops out. Ewing stays with him. Sally, good look for Dumars.
Gerald let him get away.
Lost track there again.
Defensive transition. Excellent by Detroit.
Jackson works on Sellers and banks it in with the foul. Suddenly, it parted.
How long has it been?
36 seconds to go.
Mark McGuire on Ewing.
Wilkins and the foul. Way outside is Aguirre for 3. Greg Anthony gets the rebound, looks for Wilkins, who has Quinnett.
McGuire's hurt meanwhile.
Wilkins with 0.5 to go.
What a dramatic scene on the Knick bench with Mike Saunders, the Knick trainer, working on Mark Aguirre, who KO'd himself when his head hit the Knicks bench.
There you see the scene.
6-0 did not accept that 16-point lead the Pistons presented in the first half.
Mason helping out. Jackson with the steal. In on Dumars. Drops for Ewing.
That was beautifully excellent.
Nitro-fueled pass of Isaiah Thomas. 2 of those in the game. Woolridge and the foul.
Big basket. Club of New York, every time Ewing gets a block, that's matched also by Voigt.
And Beer pulls down the Wilkins miss. Pistons running. And Woolridge will get the foul off the layup.
If
1:01 to go. Full team. Wilkins is open. Anthony's got it. 5 on the 24. Ewing over Lane Beer. That is another one of those big, dramatic shots that have long been missing in Patrick Ewing's career. It's the second one this season. A gimme. Patrick Ewing slams Orlando Woolridge. And that'll do it. The Knicks are perfect at home. They come from 18 down to beat the Detroit Pistons 103-96. They have now held 6 consecutive opponents under 100 points. They've won 5 in a row against the Pistons. They're 2-0 this season, and the Pistons are now 7-9. We will be back and begin our post-game report in just a moment. The New York Knicks beat Detroit 103-96.
Out and put a hand up.
There you saw Blair far out on the right wing, but there's a steal right there by Mark Jackson. Taking it in for the easy 2.
That's the pressure that we talked about at the top of the game. They want to pressure these Hawks guards. They're not sure that they can handle the pressure.
Dominique Wilkins on the younger Wilkins. Nice, beautiful look by Charles Oakley to the cutter, Patrick Ewing.
That's a nice little penetration that time by Blair. Has to be ready to shoot or penetrate when he gets the ball.
Patrick Ewing with the spin move and the nice touch off the glass. He has 4.
Battle and a challenge for Kevin Willis to get a lot of rebounds tonight.
Of course, Oakley has always been considered one of the premier rebounders in the game, but it's really not until this year that Willis has stepped up to show what he can do as Ramil converts on the layup.
That's true, and it's not a crown that Oakley wants to give up.
The baby jumper in the paint. Inside for Atlanta. Dominique with the power move.
Well, Dominique
fought over by Oakley and Volkov, and the Hogs come away with it. Ramil in a 2-on-4 situation.
Ramil just trying to force too much. Has to let it come to him.
And the Knicks make him pay, specifically Mark Jackson. Good perseverance by the Hawks has enabled them to move to within 2 points of the Knicks. Starks with it. Getting Graham up in the air and then getting the foul, to say the least.
And that's the advantage of having a good, quick jump shooter. Starks is a
quick move around Ramil Robinson, but his jumper is a little short. Willis with the bound, down court to Wilkins. Wilkins with the beautiful finger roll.
Dominique.
48-46, Atlanta on top. As we approach the 4-minute mark, Ramil with the down court pass to Stacey Augmon. Couldn't finish, but there's Willis.
Now this up-tempo game favors the Atlanta Hawks.
Rasmussen drawing Ewing out. Inside to Willis. Nice cut from Ramil Robinson and a beautiful dish by Rasmussen.
Beautiful give and go. The movement is perfect. When you've got pressure defense, you can always... Well, Dominique with the little pivot moves, able to just get a chance to jump over the top and score the basket.
Loose ball. Ramil trying to come up with it, but it's Gerald Wilkins who secures it. Stops. Does not pop, but Ewing, the high-flying Patrick Ewing.
Just reminding Kevin Willis that he's not the only guy in this Omni building that can get offensive rebounds.
Found them trailing. Wilkins with the strong move against Brian Quinnett and scores, and now have a chance at a 3-point play.
Beautiful move by Dominique, realizing he has a young guy that probably can't guard.
With his 27th point of the contest, Brian Quinnett with the 3-1 opportunity, knocked away by Dominique. Look out, ladies and gentlemen, because it's showtime at the alley.
Anticipation was building as Dominique chooses from his arsenal a 2-hand tomahawk dunk.
And the Hawks on a run. The final 45 seconds of the third quarter as Mark Jackson shoots over Dominique. Blair Rasmussen with the bound. Dominique in a 2-on-3 situation. He had Mochis with it, but he didn't need it.
Dominique is playing in a bubble now. Anything that he throws up seems to go in when you have that feeling.
Play the first minute of the fourth quarter. Nice drive and score by John Starks.
Just a beautiful play by the Knicks. When you have an explosive shooting guard like Stark.
Just approaching the 11-minute mark of the fourth period, and we're tied at 82. Alexander Volkov with a strong move and a score, despite the presence of the 7-foot Patrick Ewing.
That's what Bob...
Jumper off the mark for the Knicks. McDaniel with the offensive glass over to Ewing, who goes strong. Can't jam, but he still can score. And he has a few words for his challengers after the bucket.
And another steal for Cheeks.
All-time steal leader in the NBA. Dominique for a three-point try. Oh! He gets the roll, and it could be a 4-point play. He loves it, Mike. He loves it.
What a roll by Dominique Wilkins. Has everything going. He's going to the basket, shooting jumpers from 2, doing that with quick double teams.
Ewing has 34 points for the game. Dominique is looking for his 39th and 40th. Oh, my goodness.
From Figaro.
Handle Ewing with the nice defensive play. He's harassed in the backcourt by Graham and gets it over to Greg Anthony, who gets it down court to John Starks. Gets Ramil in the air, takes the open J. Yes.
Beautiful. We talked about jump shooters, how when they give you a fake, you have to run and jump at the ball, and there he executes a perfect pump fake and shoots the 3.
And now a little New York flurry has cost Bob Weiss the inbounds pass. Volkov looking for Dominique. He finds him. Final seconds tick away. Dominique working against his younger brother, and he gets the roll. And a timeout call by Riley and the Knicks. Kind of a wild shot by Dominique, but the way he's been going tonight, why not?
When you're hot, you're hot. Just get it up somehow on the glass, and maybe it'll go.
And one of those extra period contests. Dominique off the pick, can't get it to go. Willis crashing the boards and crashes to the floor. John Starks picks up the loose ball and heads down court to Gerald Wilkins. Nice move over Maurice Cheeks. 8th time that Dominique Wilkins has scored 50 or more points in his career. The Hawks are 5-2 when he's reached the 50-point mark.
Now that's the good defensive job by Willis.
Oh, man.
But an even better offensive move by Pat Ewing. You figure you push the guy away from the block, and he faces up, goes to the middle.
Go up by 4. And again, they send the guard to the baseline, but Ewing doesn't try it this time. Starks. Oh, that's a killer. A 3-pointer from John Starks. Willis finishing with 20 rebounds, and that's just about the only bright spot. They had a good play, but in the end, they could not get it done against Pat Riley's Knicks, as Patrick Ewing and company improved their road record to 4-6 by picking up their 7th win in 8 games.
And for the Bulls is the man with the ball right now, Scottie Pippen.
Oh, what a setup, and McDaniel called for the crunching foul on Stacey King.
Many times this year, Pippen has taken the role of Michael Jordan because he has similar skills.
Michael Jordan to this point has attempted one shot. He missed it. Puts the move on Wilkins.
Yeah, he really looks kind of hurt.
The Knicks are down by the count of 12-8. Jackson changed his mind. Here comes Jordan. Uncontested. You know what would have been nice? Little scoop layup.
That's right, off the back.
Jackson stripped. Here's Jordan. Oh, what a pass! He prevented Wilkins from fouling him. Terrific setup. Here's Hansen. Starks with Pippen back, goes right at it.
Oh, that's a Pippen-type move in reverse.
Bulls 36. Oakley fires one high and wide.
But he missed the backboard in the rim from under the basket.
Purdue. Now Pat Riley has to be mulling. They haven't really been tested.
Yes, they wouldn't say this, I don't think, very much out loud, but they did insinuate they'd like to see the team banged around, get handled, and Gerald Wilkins on a lovely drive, and get really tested and pushed because they're not.
Wilkins with the steal from the blind side. Nicely done by Gerald Wilkins. The Knicks are within 3. Knicks were swept by the Bulls. Bulls winning 4 out of 4. And And then they lost to Chicago in the playoffs 3 straight. Jordan, yes! Knicks want an offensive foul. They will not get it. Wilkins got a piece of it. Starks racing with Paxson. Starks saves. Nice play by Quinnett. Brian Quinnett off the John Starks save.
Brian Quinnett.
Bulls by 13. And the foul.
That's trouble. That's trouble.
Anthony and Jordan. Anthony did not like the fact.
How about how Jordan felt? Anthony greeted him with a 2-arm, and Jordan has lost it all. Boy, it takes a lot to get him to act like that, but he is crazed. Anthony greeted him with a lineman's 2-arm, 4-arm shot, it looked like, and Michael read it all.
As you say, it is most unusual to see Michael Jordan react in that manner. We saw it briefly in the series against the Pistons during the playoffs, but
The floor, and like a lot of players, most players, they got to get a feel. He's got it now. He makes a nice defensive play.
Here's Starks. Another blown layup, but Anthony steals from Pippen. Starks for 3. Yes! So the 3-point plays getting the Knicks back into it. They're now down by 2-71. Patrick Ewing has returned to the offense. Well, Ewing jumped out. Anthony tried to help and nearly came up. From Grant, it counts. The foul on Quinnett. Anthony gives it up, picked off by Paxson. And the Knicks want a timeout.
Paxson may be slower than many point guards, but he certainly knows what to do with the ball. To trade Charles Oakley for Cartwright, they were banking on Grant's development. And boy, was that a good judgment, because it has happened.
Another Knicks turnover. Jordan from Pippen. For King, the Bulls go to a record of 17-3. 99-89, so the Chicago Bulls now 17-3. They have won 6.
Too soft, rattles off, rebound Benjamin. Up to Payton, underhands it ahead to the shovel pass to Pierce. Breaks into the lane, up and in with a running right-hander. Ricky Pierce has got 8 points. Somehow on his backside. The pass into Conlon, deflected away by Simmons. Good steal. Tapped in and saved by Simmons to Richmond. Ahead to Webb. In he comes. Underhand flick over Barrows is good. Webb has 6. And the Kings out on top. Box away from behind. Cage got a hand on it, I believe. Barrows down the far side. Hits the trailer. Kemp into the lane. Banks it up and in. And he is fouled. Sean Kemp will go to the free throw line.
All right, Kemp, you know, the guy's a great player, no question.
On the front line. The Sonics have had that lineup in 14 games. They're 8-6 in those games. I think Richmond. 5 for 3. Misses. Coswell, the putback tip jam. Coswell hanging around the rack, just jammed it right back. Webb circles off the Tisdale pick. Hesitation dribble with a left hand. Turned away on a jump switch covered by Cage. Webb outside, now sprints into the lane. Draws the deep. Dishes into Tisdale for the easy left-handed flush. Tisdale's got 8. For Seattle, 6:24 left third quarter. Payton pumps it to Pierce in the corner, double team by Simmons and Webb. Webb comes over the top, strips Ricky the ball. Ricky picks it back up. Nice pass in, line right to Payton over to Kemp. A beautiful darting jam with 2 hands as he managed to maneuver by Tisdale. Sean Kemp set up on the offensive end. Now they flip it out to Barrows on the set. Kemp comes out to pick. Barrows brings his man off the screen, stops, delivers the goods. Kemp's roll to the hole. Up he comes, banks it up and in. He threw the foul, and Sean Kemp will go to the line. Pretty play executed there by Barrows and Kemp on the pick and roll.
4:12 to go in the game. Payton checked by Webb out beyond the 3-point line. Conley puts his body to Webb, shielding the ball. Now on the Pick and roll. He got it to McKee, who slants in with the left hand and lays it in. McKee with 14. E.C. Joe. Welcome to tonight's simulcast. The Sonics bench has overwhelmed the Kings, but the Kings down 2 can tie it on the Tisdale turnaround. Jay, he got it. Wayman Tisdale with 20. 1:23 left in the game. 96-96 to cover. Strength of the first free throws. 98-96, 57 seconds remaining in the game. Tisdale out wide on the wing. Cage giving him some wide leeway. Tisdale inside. Timmons got on the inline over to Richmond from the wing. He nailed it. Mitch Richmond, 29 for Richmond. Richmond has picked up 11 of his.
Pierce on the far side, down low. It goes to Kemp. Nice behind the back. Wrapper out pass to Payton. It surprised him. Nearly lost it out of bounds. Kemp saves it, but right to Richmond. Richmond across midcourt, a full head of steam over to Coswell, and he comes with a Cushing two-handed jam. Coswell's got 6. 198. 3:32. Picked off 12 rebounds for the night, so those two have really been at it. Coswell and Benjamin, both 7-footers. Benjamin beat him to the draw. Out ahead to Payton on the scamper to the glass. He beat the pack back and jams it home. 12 points for Gary Payton on a tremendous tip from Benjamin. 102, no to Kemp, posted up, stops, pivots, Tisdale on him, doubled, outside to Pierce, over to McKee, slants him with the left hand, ran over Webb, the no-look feed to Payton, a reverse inside, yes! He is fouled, and Gary Payton will go to the line. The Sonics by 2, 104 to 102, how did McKee pick now Sean Kemp? Kemp to screen, Tisdale waiting. Payton circles off the pick, free throw line right, skips it out here to Pierce. Pierce from three-point land will let it go, and he got it! He hit the 3. Ricky Pierce rings the bell. 25 for Ricky Pierce. What do you know about that? Finger rolls into the lane, 31 for Mitch. He'll lead all scorers tonight. Sonics bringing it bounds, and the Sonics have won this one as McKee will dribble out the clock. The final in Sacramento in overtime. The Sonics win it, 115 to 106. The boo from the crowd is not for the Kings. It's for the officiating crew. But the Sonics win it in OT by 9. We'll be back to recap it for you in a moment here on the Sonics Broadcasting Network.
One of the Pacers' areas of concentration is their defense. They don't feel their leadership, team leadership, they don't feel that the Pacers are playing defense well enough.
Now, early on, John, we want to keep an eye on this Xavier McDaniel-Chuck Person matchup. Xavier spent a lot of time slapping Person's hand away and then took the challenge and got the foul. First foul on Chuck Person. This meeting this year. Pacers have taken the Knicks for 2 in a row, but have failed here at Madison Square Garden, winning 9 of their last 38 attempts.
Nice play by Oakley, double teaming.
Steal by Greg Anthony. 6-0 Knicks.
As I was saying, Oakley
to make anything happen.
Wonderful for the defense when one man dribbles the ball. Everyone's resting on defense while that's happening.
The fans very much in tune with the Detlef Schrempf-Patrick Ewing fight. Reggie Miller delivers a beauty on the drive. They boot, followed by Cornette, but slapped away by Person with help from Vern Fleming. And now Schrempf and Greg Anthony tangle up, and Greg Anthony is called for the technical foul. And now Schrempf and Anthony exchange words.
Unnecessary. Why compound the problem?
Well, that's 2 members of the Knicks that Detlef Schrempf has gone at it verbally with today. Oakley earlier, very mildly, and now Anthony resulting in a technical foul. Played a great defensive first half. The scoop by Michael Williams. Another good team rebound by the Knicks. Swarming up the floor. McDaniel with the follow on the Wilkins miss.
Off the dribble and it didn't work.
Reggie Miller bounces off John Starks. Hits the side of the backboard. And back and forth we go. Wilkins. Back goes Indiana. Starks quick to get back with Mason. Too late.
One thing about Gerald, he's not shooting the ball very well, but he can.
Reggie Miller behind the back to Dale Davis, and it counts.
Nicely done. This team playing without their. Knicks have lost their momentum offensively.
Schrempf, good look. Vern Fleming banks it in.
And defensively.
93 to 88. Reggie Miller, 15 on the 24. Goes up with the one-hander. It's good. It is a 99-98 Pacer lead with 30.4 seconds to go. Another time beyond the strike. 8.4 seconds to go. Anthony for Gerald Wilkins. Bobbles the ball. Starks. Gets the fake. And he hits it. John has tied it up.
And he gets punished by Xavier McDaniel.
Driving on Kenny Williams, back for Anthony. He backs out, 5 on the 24, 3 on the 24. Starts to be a hero again. Before the shot, a foul was called.
There's a great youthful crowd here today during the house.
To the floor, but that was a tough pass to get. Starks, drives on Miller, wants the ball, drops it in!
Boy, he smells basket, doesn't he?
Clock. And that will do it. As the buzzer sounds, the Knicks escape. John Starks saves the day. And the Knicks are 12-1 at Madison Square Garden. They defeat the Indiana Pacers today by the final score of 115 to 106. We'll be on with you till 4:30. We'll check in on Pat Riley's coaches conference. Michael Kay will be busy. So will John Andres. Walt Frazier will have highlights, leading scorers, and more. For so long, it seemed the Knicks would cruise to victory here today.
At the time, his knees have affected his play.
He also was not the #1 man on the offensive end, which he was kind of used to up in Seattle. He was the 4th guy they went to. Patrick Ewing reached the Phoenix Suns, Andrew Lang rather properly. One of the bigger people in the league who can do that so well and so consistently.
Here's Johnson going to the left hand. The basket counts, and he drew the foul. Brian Quinnett getting set to come on for the first time. Marley goes the distance.
Right around Xavier and everyone else.
The game is tied at 30. Ewing with rebound number 8. Jackson getting it back out. The Knicks 54 and Phoenix 50.
Well, that's Jackson at his best, setting up Patrick Ewing. Senior and junior.
Yes, it is on his birth certificate. Here's Perry. Tim Perry going all the way, and he's tied the game at 56.
Well, that's taking advantage of his sleep. Chambers certainly. Chambers on the ground at that point.
Nice pass from Johnson for Lang. It counts, and the foul.
See, Kevin Johnson demands attention all the time. The defense always focusing on him.
7, Knicks have led by as many as 6. And Anthony Swift. Johnson racing the block. So that's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score. Marley had it knocked away. Nice play by McDaniel. Ewing from Starks. And the Knicks move within 1. Marley. It counts, and the foul.
2 straight times.
82.
Good teams exploit imperfections, and that's what the Suns are doing.
Starts with the step. Just did get it in play. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 8 seconds. Here's Starks for 3. John Starks has tied the game at 98 as we come up on the wall of the 4. The Knicks and the Suns tied at 98. Ewing. Yes! set, can't find the shot. West does. Beautiful move by Mark West. And he's tied the game at 104. Suggs get it back. Kevin Johnson for Tim Perry. Offensive foul. So Perry called for overtime. Here's McDaniel. Yes! Xavier McDaniel with the jumper to give the Knicks the lead. Doing it again. Give it the Knicks a 4-point lead. Final seconds. Here's West. They're not able to get the shot off. A very satisfying victory for Pat Riley and the New York Knicks. A sweep of the weekend as they beat the Bullets last night in Landover. And they bounce back at home after dropping 2 of 3 at the Garden to the Spurs and the Cavaliers. And they come up with a win over one of the NBA's quality teams, the Phoenix Suns, who are suddenly having their troubles on the road. And the Knicks go to 20.
Long range. No good. Grant gets it out to Pippen. Bulls on the run. Pippen lost it. And now Hawkins throws it to Cartwright to Michael. Yeah. Poster. The Bulls take the lead at 6-4. Pippen has it. Back on top to Grant. Rulin and Cartwright really in a shoving match inside. Big Bill's got it. Turns to find the open man. Gets it to Grant, who slams it.
Good play. Cartwright the passer on a play. Horace came off the weak side, caught it.
The one who picked it up. Baseline, Anderson long range. Pippen there for the rebound. Bulls on the run. Pippen goes to B.J. Armstrong. Back to Pippen for the slam.
Beautiful play. Everybody was looking for B.J. to lay it up, Scotty. Oh, we talked about that.
Long down court. Charles Barkley answers with the slam. And he's got 6 now.
Greg Grant, 5'7", 140 pounds.
Almost got it away. Dawkins on the drive. Kicks it back. Shaq Goldford from 15. And Horace Grant kicks it out. Long pass for Pippen.
Poster. Beautifully done. Horace Grant with his 10th rebound. Fired it out to Scottie Pippen. On ahead. And the Bulls got a deuce by Johnny Paxson. We're back live.
10-point Philly lead now as Jeff Ruland is back in. Lob to Barkley.
No offensive goaltending.
Phil Jackson is running up with his hand in the air. Wanted the goaltending, but it's not called. 64-60 in favor of the Bulls. The crowd finally comes to life. Michael, drive. Layup is good. And it's back to it away. Grant with the save. Kicks it to Michael. Here come the Bulls now. 3 on 4. Michael spins. Put it up.
In. Oh, English. They had the English up there on the glass. He got grabbed, but he was...
And Michael there for the rebound. Bulls are 4 on 2. Purdue, check that. Armstrong. B.J. lays it in.
Bulls turning it on now, up a notch.
Now Hodges with 5 points. 5 seconds to go now. Inside Williams, turnaround jump shot. Short. Rebound fought for Ruland at the buzzer, misses. And the Chicago Bulls come away with a win. 103-80. Bulls pick it up.
Chicago Bulls came out by hitting their first 7 field goal attempts. Umar's off the spin. So Detroit within 4. And the Bulls have now missed their last 5 after hitting their first 7. Ruland cuts it to 2.
Was the matchup. Glover's trying to guard Pippen. He knows it's a big assignment for them. If you take Robin off him, somebody's got to step up and play him tough.
Oh, gorgeous pass from Thomas. And Rodman has tied the game at 16. Armstrong. And Rodman with the rebound. That is his 5th rebound of this first quarter. Here's Thomas. Yes! Pistons fight. Wire backing Livingston.
Here's Walker, and he was fouled. Oh, he goes at Williams. Darrell Walker did not like the foul. Darrell's always been a very feisty player, and he was quick to explode. And Brendan Malone, the Detroit assistant coach, quickly out of the floor to try and calm Walker down. Robin from Lanier.
The Pistons must have spent about 10 minutes yesterday. Skeleton offense, no defense, running
the Bulls 42. Woolridge with the step. Yes, and it counts. He'll go to the line. Pippen called for the foul for his 16. Orlando Woolridge in 16 minutes has hit 6 of 9 for 14. Joe Dumars has 10. Cartwright, yes, and it counts. So Cartwright will go to the foul line.
and not a real smart foul that time by Dennis Rodman. He gives away too much.
Pippen is down. Scottie Pippen able to hit on the breakaway.
And that's one of the problems that Detroit faces with Pippen matched up against Lambier. As soon as his shot goes
for precautionary x-rays, but he is all right. It's just a facial bruise. Dumars. Let's see what the call is here.
Offensive foul, Joe Dumars.
It is an offensive foul. That's his. Crowd wanted a goaltender, did not get it. Livingston. The foul given by Rodman.
And right now the decision is, will the officials award him not only the 2 free throws, but the ball out of bounds on the side if they felt Rodman went after him a little bit too for boards. Everybody will be crashing for Detroit.
2 and 6/10 seconds. He line drives it. And Dumars not able to get it in time. It took the good hop for Chicago, and the Bulls strapped their way to an 87-85 victory over the Pistons. Michael Jordan, the high man, with 34. Scottie Pippen at 17. Orlando Woolridge leading Detroit with 18. Joe Dumars with 15. Isaiah Thomas with 16 points. The Bulls have won 9 straight, 14 of the last 15, and they go to 33-5, while Detroit
included in those wins. Hostile court victories at Cleveland and New York. KJ, there's the penetration, got it in, and it's foul. Very slow start. They're trying to get him well. Chambers, a 4-time All-Star and MVP of the All-Star game back in '87. Biggest lead for the Suns. Duckworth for the Blazers. Duckworth with 4, penetration, dish it to the big guy. Get it in. 3 points for Porter. Chambers in a hurry the other way. Nice dish for Marley.
No time to celebrate in either one of these teams. They're going to come back at you, and they
taken by Kersey the other way. Kersey to the hoop, and he got it. One end to the other. Chambers misses a slam.
Kevin Johnson now, and go to the basket, make something happen. Did it, but Buck Williams couldn't handle it.
Broken up. Here's Knight. Good pass from Hornacek. As Knight converts his first 2. 5-point lead. No good. West to KJ.
That turned out to be much tougher than it should have been for the Trailblazers. It doesn't for the Phoenix Suns.
The Suns rebound the miss. Get out on the break for the slam by Dan Marley. Marley in double figures now, and Phoenix a shot, and Drexler popped it through. Blazers again by 2. Drive. He scores. It'll count, and a Portland foul.
And they have various ways of responding. Drexler's gotten them out of the box here at the top of the period. Now it's on Kevin Johnson and the Suns to respond. They're down 10.
Slides hit 3 of his first 4 shots in the quarter. Hornacek gets it off to Lang, who slams it home. And
And that is the first 2 points of the night.
Penetration, KJ laid in. Johnson now in double figures. 4 quick points after the timeout by the Suns.
Trailblazers only having 2 players back, but Porter fields it.
Johnson lost it. Lead pass, Drexler. Against Perry, slams home.
Mistakes, and both teams have made them pay. Johnson quickly, then Drexler made it a mid-air.
Doing on both ends of the court, really.
That's a real tough matchup for him. He gets most of his stuff when they leave him. He's a guy that doesn't look like a basketball player to begin with. Thunder down, Thunder one down.
Strong Thunder dunk for 20 points, Dan Marley. And it's 81-72. The Blazers are right back on top of you.
Transition offense to defense is the key. Now there's a 3, and the 4 will come out of this. So as quickly as we have nighttime, we have daytime, and it is Jeff Hornacek waking up with 2 good for a charge, but he came right back, had this one knocked away. The crowd wants to see him on the line.
Hornacek got away from Age and sucked the baseline jumper. Hornacek starting to heat up now with 14 points, 8 of those in the second half. From 16, no good. On the floor, Chambers has it.
You want to gamble on Perry, but you don't want to gamble on him getting a chance to get above the rim and throw it down the ball.
KJ fumbled the pass. Now there's the penetration and the dish. Marley got it and a foul.
So the Trailblazers have made a series of mistakes here and allowed the Phoenix Suns to capitalize. The Suns trying to tie it up with this possession.
In the NFL, that would have gone the other way, a reversal. Chambers off the glass to tie the game.
Overpowering, doesn't get the shot to go in. Drexler
blocked by Perry. Williams rolled up. Duckworth had it ripped away, and Duckworth and Chambers square off. And a technical on Duckworth. Rick Adelman is incensed. He's all the way out at the free throw line. Chambers with 32. The shootout continues. Chambers and Drexler. Porter kicks high, and Robinson slams on the follow. Robinson way up to get that one, and the lead against Hornacek. No good. Chambers with his 10th rebound. Hornacek for 3. Blocked by Perry. 3-on-2 break. Chambers. Usual, Drexler's been the main man. He has led Portland in scoring 22 of 29 games this season, and again today. Williams laid it in and is fouled.
Fouls on number 24, Tom
27 inside the final minute of overtime. 7-0 Blazers
all the way.
And there is Hornacek. Yeah. Hornacek hits. He has 26. 1 point lead. Throws it into Drexler. He has 39 points. Spinning on Marley. Still going. Travel. Drexler called for steps. 2.5 left.
He traveled and trying to get his feet together so he could go up. And now they got to make a steal on the play if it is all possible to give themselves a chance to win. Because they have not been able to close out a quality opponent down the stretch. Drexler for 3.
And the game is over. Portland had a 12-point lead in the third quarter, but the Suns come storming back, take command in overtime, and win it by 4, 132 to 128. Now this is Tom Hammond for Steve Jones and Joe Myers saying so long from Phoenix. You've been watching the NBA on NBC.
Jim Kinsey. And I think the Bulls look forward to these kind of games. It's a real challenge for them. They don't get that many games during the season this competitive.
San Antonio 1 of 2. Shot clock at 5. Anderson checks it. Pulls the trigger over Jordan. Jordan heads down the court quickly. But Elliott with the board and a slam. Well, Michael tried to slip away, Doug, and Phil Jackson's going to call it for Jay. Early on, Doug, we noticed definitely a little up-tempo for San Antonio as in weeks past as Scottie Pippen gets the finger roll. First 2 for Chicago. Took a Scottie Pippen. That is his 47th block of the year. Jordan has a block by Robinson. The NBA's best. Well, the people are excited. TNT. Pippen and Rod Strickland got into it. Jordan to the hole and shake and bake. Blocked by Robinson. His
that they have not played at this season.
Which is 2 of 11. Robinson with the steal. He's got Anderson all the way. What a move by David Robinson. You're shaking your head.
Hey, big guys aren't supposed to do that in the open floor like that. Michael Pippen has become such a great player. Here he is in the first quarter. Michael has not got it going yet with only 2 points. Scottie Pippen keeping the team alive with 9 first quarter points. The Bulls shooting 6 for 24.
Inside, Antoine Carr. A couple of fakes and he puts the exclamation point on it. Sean Elliott is also coming for San Antonio, and as we mentioned, he's playing with 2 personal fouls. Let's look at Scottie Pippen on the opposite end. He is averaging 5, and then he and Purdue tangle up going down the court. There comes Michael. The no-look pass. Pippen over Antoine Carr. Oh! Antoine didn't move, and Scottie went right over him.
Well, I thought he pulled the ball away. It looked like he got him on the arm.
Well, the first meeting between these two, San Antonio missed their first 8 shots of the second quarter. Now Chicago's made only 1 of 8, and Sean Elliott gives an elbow to Cliff Livingston, then goes up for the jam.
I love Sean Elliott as a player.
With a lot of that time. A lot of personnel changes. Jordan, the turnaround, the double pump. He didn't call bang, but he gets his 10th point.
Jimmy Johnson saw all of that when he was playing for the Detroit Pistons.
Stacey King runs the court well for the easy slam. King now with 4. And the lead is down to 12. Timeout is coming.
Knocks it in.
You can see San Antonio playing right into Chicago's hand right now. Oh, Robinson didn't even see the basket.
That's their little play they run. It's a little eye contact play. They post Robinson. You try to...
Knocked around into the hands of Cliff Livingston. Ends up with DJ Armstrong. To Jordan. Showtime, folks. Jordan with 14. Is yet to visit the charity stripe.
Important also right now that Scottie Pippen...
Over the outstretched hands of Antoine Carr. He's going to try a last-second shot. Throws it up at the buzzer. It goes! My goodness! And San Antonio's 9 and 13 when they're outscored in the third quarter. Not a standing around. Shot clock at 3. Robinson goes up with 1 on the shot clock. 15 at half-court game again. Strickland, a little playground move, can't get it. Jordan has Johnson to beat, and he does. We talked about Chicago coming on strong in the third quarter. Make his first appearance today for Chicago.
I better give some help. Michael's going to back him down and take the shot.
Throws it up, makes it in, he draws the foul. That'll be on somebody's highlight tape.
They call it on David Robinson. Also, that's his 4th foul in this quarter. Looks like he got kicked in the thigh. I don't know how he finished the shot, but it was a great finish.
He got off maybe an inch. Little alley-oop. Michael Jordan finishes with a little roll. Jordan now with 28.
Well, Michael set him up very nicely. Looked like he was going to come off a screen and reverse him. You got to keep
Off the back of the iron, here comes Strickland. 4-on-3 if he can take advantage of it. Cummings inside. Elliott with the jam. The lead is 7. Like two heavy.
Easy gets inside. Haynes shoots the jump shot in the lane. Floating away.
Piece of cake. Green from the baseline.
Oh, my goodness! Where did he come from? Shaw! And Rod Strickland, you've got to give him credit for the pass and also the quick thinking.
30 points for Terry Cummings. Jordan to Grant. 2 for Horace Grant. His first field goal of the ball game, and he averages 15. And Robinson takes a break there. He came over and double teamed in the lane before David Robinson could get the basketball. And they also had David Robinson in a bear hug. Jordan, the pump inside to Graham. He gets the 2. So Graham with his second field goal, he has 6, and it is a 1-point game. The Bulls have never led.
They're going to double team him, and someone's going to have to make an outside shot. So they're not going to get their first option. They're going to have to go to the second.
And that's what Bob Bass said he's been working on with this team, is going to their second and third options.
Tough
Anderson
shot.
forces it up, and he drains it.
Tough shot. Michael Jordan, great defense. And Willie Anderson with a big. Going back to screen roll.
Jordan inside to Grant. Forces it up, blocked by David Robinson.
To get a shot up. Chicago will get the last possession.
Inside Robinson. Oh, it goes! Double-double of the year. He has 30 points to go with 11 rebounds. Doesn't get the 31st, but it doesn't matter. He'll hold it out. San Antonio will snap the Chicago Bulls' 13-game win streak. They win it. They are 3-1 under Bob Bass.
Yesterday in Charlotte, Kevin Lockery was so upset by the end of the first quarter. 11 of his 12 players have seen action. Nice pass from Oakley.
They got killed on the boards. Oakley's usually the man two here in Miami.
Oakley was stopped. This is Grant Long pitching down. Here's Smith. The Knicks 8 was the major incident. Steve Smith with a gorgeous move. Oh, off the hesitation dribble. Smith able to stuff.
I mean, he's a point guard, and look what happens when he wants to go to the basket.
In this first quarter. Here's Rice, able to pass by one of the Knicks' all-time greats, Dick McBride. Clyde said, "You think he'll still have his night in March?" Triple Cole.
A little wink to Patrick Ewing. Thank you.
Cycler. So Ronnie Cycler has come alive off the
Limbo's was out easier.
Off the double team. Ewing's pass picked off. Edwards. Oh, he soared to slam it home, and Miami has a 1-point. Oh, nice give and go. And Rice has tied it at 52.
How dangerous the inbounds pass.
Jackson with the save. Ewing dribbling out of trouble. Jackson for Oakley. What a move by Mark Jackson. Built Grant Long.
Kiki with a lot to say, too, on that foul call. Unusual.
Cycling. It counts. And the foul. Well, this time he was able to avert. Cycling facing a double team. That was intended as a pass. Mason starts. The Knicks lead 97-91, and the Heat calls for time. A burst by the Knicks. 4:38 remaining in the fourth.
See, the option to come back to Ewing wasn't used by the Knicks. At the first chance they didn't get it to him, they went away from him and stayed away.
Coles beat Jackson and has tied it at 100. Timeout called by the Knicks. A minute 14 remaining. We'll be right back. Harold Wilkins has checked back in. The Knicks and the Heat tied at 102. Down to 5. Here's Jackson. Yes! With 1 8/10 seconds remaining in regulation. Mark Jackson with the spinning jumper, and Miami has taken its final timeout. When we come back, he'll face Patrick Ewing. 1 8/10 seconds remaining. Knicks by 2. No timeouts left. Haskins gets it in. Smith for 3, the game winner. Whoa! And the Knicks defeating Miami by the score of 104-102. Steve Smith, who has been on fire from downtown, rimmed the basket with the fling. What a terrific game.
The Knicks faced this situation in Chicago. Gerald Wilkins had the game in his hands, in and out. But here, the Knicks...
And Barkley with the first rebound of the game. Pippen is matched up against Barkley on the defensive end for Chicago. This is a guy they like to get started. Hersey Hawkins. They want him to challenge. Hawkins baseline for the slam, and the again, Cartwright trying to post up. Cross court to Pippen. Beautiful move by Pippen. It reverses it through. And Chicago has Dawkins still on the move. Bad shot. Grant. Here's Pippen. They're 2-on-1. Jordan and Pippen against Barkley, and Michael with a slam. The bad choice in either case because both of them play well above the rim. Here's a guy that has to pick up his offensive game, and after a quick start has been quiet. Gilliam thundering down. Gilliam threads his way through for the slam. He has 4, and the Sixers, if he makes Jordan guard him at the other end, then and he's having one of those nights where he can get 30, and I've seen him have those kind of nights, he can at least neutralize some of the efforts of Jordan to Pippen. Jordan spots Pippen streaking to the goal. Scotty has 8. Teams trade hoops. Score. And Chicago with a chance for the final points of the half. Grant beat the defense down court, and Jordan spotted it. And Philadelphia will wind up with the final shot. Gilliam, excuse me, it's Anderson. Anderson wanted a foul as well, but he does preserve the first quarter lead for the 76ers. Pippen with 10 points each. Hersey Hawkins back in the game. You know that they're going to try to give him some chances to score. Boston powers it up but can't score. Gets it down on the second effort and will step to the line. And Hawkins shoots over Armstrong. Philadelphia on another run. Look at Jordan. And love it. Left hand, Michael. Just a moment ago. But the pace of the game is in favor of the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a slow half-court game where they're breaking the defense down. Armand Gilliam over the top. Dawkins with a penetration and the dish to the hammer. Bulls close within 4. What the Philadelphia 76ers need to do is move the ball, move themselves quicker. Again, the same play. Purdue lets his man, and Barkley totally under control. 23. Good line on telling us yesterday that taking care of the ball was the way to beat the Bulls. Here's Grant for the slam after Michael drew the defense. Penetration by Jordan and an easy 2 for Grant. Anderson was born in Chicago. Paxton with a steal after that off-balance
well-protected pass, and Paxton converts from one end to the other.
That time the defense forced the turnover. They were able to run out of it.
There's another rebound for Charles. 3-on-2. Hawkins for another three. Hawkins tries to save it, and he does to Barkley. Dish to Barkley for the score. Hansen to Pippen. Just beat the shot clock, but it was no good, and Barkley in a hurry. To Anderson, got it. Gordon against Hawkins, gets it up and in. Here's the Jordan run.
The 76ers, particularly at this end of the floor, they have not really forced them out of what they wanted to do.
Gordon allowed Barkley to lay it in. 33 for Michael.
Now, in all of the close games of
Pippen against Anderson, nothing there. Underneath, Bryant fumbled it, but Williams put it home. And that'll do it. Paxton just holds the ball as the game comes to an end. The Chicago Bulls trailing by 12 in the fourth quarter, going 4 minutes without scoring a point, come roaring from behind to beat the Philadelphia 76ers 103-9.
I told him all he had to do was carve his name in there to really make it personal, because there wasn't time for the Knicks staff to do that.
McDaniel was out of bounds, came from out of bounds, and the basket does not count. Wally Rooney. Again, a pretty pass. Barkley combining with Shackle. Mandaway got the step. Oh, beautifully done. He was able to get the step on Barkley and then hit with a nice-looking running hook. Sixers 10 for 18 from the field in the first quarter. Knicks 11 for 20. They went 1 for 6, but then turned it. Grant getting it up over Ewing, who did not want to pick up number 3. Greg Grant is shaken up, and a 20-second timeout. 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Ewing, yes, and it counts. Shackelford called for the foul. Patrick Ewing will go to the line.
Well, reality has come back to haunt. Saw an interview with him the other day where he stated he's not taking those threes anymore.
Anthony off the steal has Starks. The Knicks lead 43-40. 8 points for Starks. Gone by in the third. Knicks have their biggest lead of the night. Oakley with the save and a beauty. Here's Jackson going. No, he gives it up. Wilkins from Jackson. And the Sixers call for time.
What a percentage. The Knicks at 60% and the Sixers at 40.
Wilkins set up beautifully by Jackson.
One of the many problems of the Sixers is that they do not have a shot blocker. After Ball, that is, who hardly plays.
It counts, and the foul. So Hersey Hawkins will...
Offensive player. He should take many more shots.
Yes, the coaching staff has felt that way about both Hawkins and Dawkins, that both have to be, as they express it, more assertive. Ewing, yes, and it counts. Barkley pleads his case, but he's called for the foul.
12 from the field, plus 7 out of 10 from the line.
The Knicks lead by 17. Jackson. It counts. And the foul. Mark Jackson with a strong drive. Pressure by the Knicks. Anderson.
Tough shot on the run. Jump shot. No backboard. Just rim.
And a foul. So Anderson will go to the line. Hawkins. Blocked by Starks. Vandeweghe ahead of the field. Knicks lead 87-68. That they were in trouble, although Philadelphia had come up with a couple of runs here in the fourth quarter. This is Payne shooting one up. And that is it. The Knicks over the 76ers, 111-99. So they've taken 2 out of 3 this season against Philly. They are now 39-23. They've won 4 straight, 5 of the last 6. And they are now 3.5 over the second place.
From the shooting guard position to the point guard. Oakley on Perkins. This fall away. The left-handed high arcer won't go. There's a man who needs the big game. Eldon Kemp.
So now Sedale tries to go right back at him. You got to be very careful right now and not get into a tit-for-tat game.
Great no-look pass, and Wilkins completes it. The hustle of Patrick. Wilkins to McDaniel. McDaniel goes baseline on Vlade Divac, and Vlade did not have that quick step.
Yeah, you could just see he couldn't get there yet. In all fairness to Vlade, he's trying for them to try to get out and run even more than they already have. Mason really fills the lane nicely for a big guy.
Divac has been way off on all his shots, and there's Ewing again. He beat everybody down again, Doug.
Well, Patrick Ewing released on the...
Playing 8 of 15 games in March on the road. They have 22 games left, and currently 13 of those 22 are above 500. Here comes Jackson. Tries to get around 3. 1 second left. Puts it up. Count it! It's a 2, and it goes.
We were blocked out, but I think Charles Oakley made a beautiful pass.
And AC Green comes down, count the basket, and he gets the foul. Oh, he had a little bit of action on both.
And the rotation finds John Starks. Made the unselfish pass.
Inside Smith.
That's
That is
Tony
what we saw
Smith's
last
game
year.
right there. They're taking it to the basket. He's got a big, strong body.
Cleveland would attest to that. LA on a 9-2 run. Last year, Mark Price going down. Dominique Wilkins with the Hawks this year with the Achilles. Good pass inside. Jackson to Ewing, who hurts the rim.
Boy, Patrick's going to rip the basket down.
Oh, put a Band-Aid on that baby.
That's about 3
with a 3-on-3. Smith to Brown, baseline, tries a little reverse, ill-advised, forced it. Here comes Wilkins. Showtime, folks. Oh, he didn't dunk it.
Mishandled the ball, and he couldn't quite get a grasp of it to go up and dunk the ball. Chucky Brown is over-penetrating the run.
Here comes Jackson, has Mason on the left, Ewing. Oh, you saw it too, but it ends up Anthony the Beast Mason.
Oh, Ewing wanted that when he did get it to Mason, but you could see Patrick's eyes. Throw it up, throw it up.
We were looking long arms. He's a southpaw. Leans in, doesn't get the roll. The ball tipped out to McDaniel.
Uh-oh, 4-on-1.
Here
5-on-none.
Another rim racker. This time Oakley gets it. He has 6 for the ball game.
You know, I really like what Gerald Wilkins did that time. Gerald Wilkins,
that was way short.
Byron only took 1 shot in the first half. He made it, but 12 minutes, only 1 shot.
Ewing with authority.
Right now is a very important time of the game for the Lakers. First 5 minutes of this third quarter,
Wilkins, little showboat move, doesn't get it. Perkins takes it right away from Charles Oakley, and here come the Lakers trailing by just 1.
Oh, he walked.
And they lead.
Byron Scott needed that one. That's his second field goal of the game.
For the New York Knicks since the first period. Puts them back on top by 1 inside of 4 minutes and 20 seconds of the third quarter. Crowd chanting defense. Green drives strong to the hole.
Well, I like what the Lakers are doing. They're getting the Knicks on their closeouts.
The double team leaves Starks open. Blows by Byron Scott for the easy left-handed layup.
Ron, that's exactly what the Lakers have been doing to New York on the closeout. When you're closing out on a guy that can shoot Perkins.
Foul was on A.C. Green, his second. Starks, a little opening in the paint. Oh, my goodness. The former CBA slam dunk champion takes it high for the Jazz. Reed has also 5 assists to go along with the 42 points. Starks. McDaniel, the shot, the basket goes. Mike Dunleavy says, where's the foul? I didn't see it.
That's big. That's a big three-point play opportunity. The Lakers, if they stop. Well, I tell you, if I'm the Lakers, I go right to the basket with the ball and put the onus. I do not shoot a jump shot. I say, you're going to call a foul on this other way, too. Let's see if they call a foul this way. Mark Jackson riding him.
Perkins, he's got the three! Knicks don't have a timeout. Better get back. McDaniel lets it go at the buzzer. It goes!
Was the light off or not?
The officials aren't saying anything.
This
They're
is
looking at each other.
Uh-oh, this ought to be good.
The officials have no idea. They're conferring with each other.
Was the light on? Oh,
nobody
now we
made
got
a
committee.
move.
Now we got committee.
Oh, if they, my goodness.
No basket.
Nobody made the call until 30 seconds afterward. What a shot by Sam Perkins.
Here comes Sadale Threed over to talk to us. Let's.
Now Bird being played by Ainge on a switch, and Larry Bird is able to connect with a scoop.
And Bird was most concerned with drawing.
40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Bird turning on Robinson and hitting. 10 points for Bird. And the Celtics lead 34-29 for the first time. Robert Pack, a major surprise, signed as a free agent after a good showing at the Southern California Summer League. Ainge off the steal. Fox racing back. Ainge gives it up. And Percy does the rest. Boston 36, Portland 34. 5 on the 24. I don't know if they realize it. Well, Ainge does. And hits a three-pointer in unorthodox fashion.
How could you ever question that, Danny Ainge?
Knocking on the door. Indiana has certainly turned it after the bad start.
Indiana seems like it keeps getting right to the point where they're going to put a string together and then they step backwards.
And Bryant does it off the steal. Mark Bryant has played well. He's extended the Portland
to the spot that he wanted on the floor, right in the middle of the lane. He knocked out an easy jumper.
Portland 51, Celtics 46. Bird to Lewis.
A pick and roll, Lewis Bird into a give and go. You know that Porter's got the range. He steps behind it, shoots the three without hesitation.
Bird feeling for Robinson, and then fires. Yes! He has hit his last 7, and the game is tied at 54.
Put an extra 4 in his jersey and wonder how there could not be a foul called with them jumping all over his back.
Porter gets inside, it counts, and the foul. Terry Porter has taken 21 of the last 26, and they have been so successful on the road. Once again, Clyde Drexler. He now has Portland with his biggest lead of the game, a margin of 10. With a minute and 45 gone by in the third. Bird with 18. He's hit 9 of 13 from the Seas pass broken up. Here's Brown able to slice through. Gamble. Well executed fast break by D. Brown.
Only
gambling on the overplay.
When you go for the steal and miss, what happens is you break down the entire team defense.
Bird for 3. Drexler off the board. Drexler penetrating, a gorgeous move by Clyde Drexler. He has 20. Porter and Drexler with Duckworth, Williams, and Kersey up front. Blazers with the starting lineup. Beautiful backdoor pass for Buck Williams. And the Blazers now lead at 80. Robinson able to get to it. Cutting it off. Take your choice here. Finding Lewis. Portland 86. Boston shot, rebounded by Drexler. Robinson. He thought he was fouled, but instead it's called kicked out of bounds. Robinson does not like the call and has a technical foul given to him. He's got to be careful. He could get a second from Hugh Evans. And apparently he is gone. He's been thrown out. A double technical called on Robinson.
It's exactly what Clyde Drexler had talked to us about yesterday, the fact that this team has had a reputation in the past of losing its control, its poise.
Replacing Cliff Robinson, even more significant because Duckworth has 4 fouls. Off the finger roll, McHale and Parrish gets to it. Bird for Gamble. The game is tied at 94.
Even while Bird is starting to raise the...
That was a 3-point attempt, so he has cooled off. Ainge for Williams. Yes, and it counts. A gorgeous pass from Danny Ainge to set up Buck Williams. Remaining in the 4th quarter. Now Bird and Drexler matched. And Larry Bird has 29 points. The Portland lead is 2 minutes. Remaining in the 4th. Bagley on a pick and roll for Parrish. Oh, yes! And it counts.
After the pick and roll took place between Bagley and Parrish, Bagley knew his best chance was...
For the 3. Just under 5 to go in what has been a terrific ball game. Drexler lost the dribble. And Bagley gets to it. Here's Parrish. Boston by 2, 109, 107. Bird's pass deflected and picked off by Drexler. Drexler has 4 on 2. Bryant able to slam it home. And Portland leads 113-111.
More quickly, they must get into some type of press and force the turnover. If Portland has a delay of game, they may use it here to get a look at the play.
Lewis for Bird. To the reverse, yes!
There's the pressure, quick by the Celtics.
It's a 3-point lead, the foul given, that's the man. 3-point Portland lead, 7 and 2/10 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. All right, here's Bird. Drexler all over him. He fires. It's a 3-pointer, and he's tied the game. The Trailblazers arguing that it should have been a 2-pointer. We'll get another look at that. Timeout taken by Portland. Game tied at 124. Bird with the fadeaway. And it's Boston 126 and Portland 124. Here's Kersey after Bird nearly picked it off. And Kersey is tied.
Larry Bird 1 assist away from a triple-double.
Bird. And he has tied the game at 132. Bryant, so they had that, as you mentioned, that delay of game to give.
Mark Bryant crossed the line, gave the rest of his team a chance to look at it.
And now Gamble for Bagley, looking to tie it. Here's Gamble. Yes! At the buzzer! And we go to a second overtime.
In most end-of-game situations, the most dangerous guy is the guy who takes the ball out of bounds, the passer. That time, Portland elected not to have somebody up on the ball tight. That's
the Porter miss. They collapse on Parrish. Porter going for the tie-up. Here's Bagley. Well, like Larry Bird, John Bagley was a question mark for today because of a sore right foot.
He was injured because he hadn't been playing a lot with Sherman Douglas back. He was trying to keep himself in shape, did a lot of jump rope work, bruised his foot that way, perhaps doing a little too much.
Bird, yes! Bird off the fake. He has 49. The Celtics open up a 6-point lead, and Portland has called for time. Celtics 4 out of 5 from the field in the second overtime. Portland, as you saw, 0 for 5. The longest game this season, a 3 overtime affair between Utah and Chicago. Boston by 8. It does not appear that this will go past the second overtime, as Portland has called for time. Four-point lead, time running down. Ainge for 3, and that will do it. In a remarkable game in double overtime here in Boston, the Celtics defeat the Trailblazers 152 to 148. 49 points for Larry Bird on 19 of 35 from the field. 41 points for Clyde Drexler. A triple-double for Bird.
Of the Grateful Dead. Of course, some of the Warriors, including Don Nelson, went to a Dead concert at Auburn Hills the night before the Detroit Pistons game. Nice move by Wayman Tisdale. And since attending the Grateful Dead concert, the Warriors are 5-1. 320.
He was last year when he got all that playing time.
He's a survivor. Chris Gatlin. Gatlin with the big tip in the first over. Coming our way to Mullen. Good save. Oh, what a look. Hardaway trying to back pass to a trailer, but it's picked off, and Webb with super sight down to Bunner.
Almost a brilliant play.
Pedaling to the bench. Don't trip, Red. Spud Webb to Tisdale.
And looking at Tyrone Hill was Wayman. He was laughing a moment ago with the blocking foul. He just gets there sooner than you realize.
He might even be the quickest to point C and D. There's a steal. Mullen ahead of the field as Webb got clobbered. Being knocked around.
Well, Mullen pushes him down, and then Tisdale pushes Mullen out of the lane.
8 on the shot. Mullen! Oh! Owens with a look away to Hill. What a pass by Billy O. Timeout. Sack.
Delay.
Now there's somebody that doesn't know how to relax. Leave the cellular phone home. Watch the game. Oh, nice pass by Connor to Coswell. 14 for Dwayne Coswell. Simmons triple team. Coswell rejected by Gatling. Marciulionis over to Hardaway. The ball deflected out by a King. What a play by Gatling. Richmond lost the ball. Ahead of the field, Mullen. He's all alone, and it is tied. The help out by Mullen. Richmond can't deliver. Tisdale keeps it up. 5 seconds to go. Broken up by Hill. Recovered nicely by Randy Brown, who really got up there.
Wasn't to the side enough. His momentum took him too far toward the basket. Just couldn't avoid the contact.
Stolen by Marciulionis. Marciulionis, what a look to Billy Owens. Gave it up at the last possible second, and it's a 50th. Oh, nice pass, but they closed the door on Randy Brown. Gatling and Mullen down to Marciulionis. Stop! 20 for for Sarunas. It's a three-point game. Timeout, King. Tisdale saves it. 8 on the timer. Guns it over to Simmons. Crouch. Bonner. Exploding to the basket. And the Warriors are in trouble. Simmons now. Marciulionis. Warriors down 12, 3.5. Marciulionis wants to go it alone. Plus the foul. Oh, is he determined to get the three-point play? 22 for Sarunas.
Very
Hardaway brings it across. Marciulionis. He's got it. Plus the foul. Don't count him out yet. Timeout, Rex. Unbelievable. It was 4-2. Marciulionis comes away with it. Marciulionis driving, giving, and he scores. Timeout, Sacramento. And the place is going wild.
The Colts got to move the ball.
Number 5 on Mario Elliott. Spud Webb. Great penetration. And it goes for Tisdale. Wayman Tisdale with a big basket, and he'll go to the line. Webb has 27. One shot time, his season high. It's a three-point Warrior lead. Minute 38 overtime.
Got to be careful of the charge.
Here's the isolation. What a pass! Marciulionis just lulled the... A miraculous comeback by Golden State. Mullen looking for a call, can't get it. Underneath the Gatling, he's fouled. Look out now. A collision underneath. Chris Gatling hammered to the floor by Mitch Richmond. Chris Gatling just sitting there. It's a three-point game. 37 seconds remaining in overtime. Here's Mullen. Off to Billy Owens, slashing in. What an overtime Owens has had. Well, he said, get in there. Maybe they can get away with it. Who's got the tip? It rolls up. Terry Durham into the hands of Owens. Marciulionis to Mullen. Good night.
For dead. And even coming back when they aren't playing that well.
Yeah, that's quite a sign, too. And Richmond can't hit at the buzzer. The Warriors have won it in an absolutely unbelievable game. Astounding, compelling, electrifying, exhilarating, all those good words.